Alejandro? Your adoptive parents, Don and Ellie, are other than Catholic.
Yes.
His biological mother is very much a Catholic. We just found out that she's coming to the wedding.
She is. Oh, God.
You know what your son just told me? Al's biological mother is under the impression that divorce is a great big fat sin.
Hell it is then.
And y'all dedicated tonight.
Hell yeah, man.
Damn right.
We sit there here 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, and you guys went to go see 2 movies tonight.
Double feature, kid.
Double feature.
Well, easier just to get it out of the way now than have to go and crawl out of your house again. And yeah, fuck that.
No, aren't you two a cute couple tonight? Go see 2 movies
Yeah,
together.
It was Cyrus and Leon date night.
It
Yeah,
was. It really was.
We started with a romantic movie.
Well,
okay.
ostensibly.
It had Katherine Heigl in it. So.
Leon, did Cyrus let you grab a little titty tonight?
Nah, he wasn't putting that.
Oh, Jesus, man. Come on, man. How many years have we been doing this? You can let him get to first base.
Wait. Why are we talking about my moobs here?
And Leon had that holding the popcorn, waiting the whole time, man. But
Objection, Your Honor.
and how appropriate. You two went to go see The Big Wedding tonight.
Yes, we did.
You know what, man? I've heard nothing but bad things about this. And I can see why. This is the kind of ensemble comedy that annoys me, because it seems like this is set up for all these mishaps, which really, if anybody just sat down and talked it over, it would be okay. But for the sake of comedy, we have to have this big comedy of errors.
It's not quite that.
Okay.
It's really not. I mean, okay, look. Big wedding coming up. And Robert De Niro, who used to be married to Diane Keaton, he's now with Susan Sarandon, who had been her best friend. But they've been together for some years. But him with Diane Keaton, they had 2 kids, Topher Grace and Katherine Heigl. But they also adopted a boy, Ben Barnes, from Argentina. And he's the one who's getting married to Amanda Seyfried. Are you with me so far?
So far, kind of.
Okay, all right. And from
really
Amanda Seyfried's side,
fuck,
her parents are super waspy, and they don't like the fact that his name is Alejandro. But whatever. Okay,
so what they saying? Don't bring that dumb Mexican in here.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, okay, so you have, whatever little dramas are going on, and the movie kind of like, all this setup going on, and then Alejandro goes like, oh, by the way, turns out my birth mother from Colombia is coming here. I thought she would never come. She's afraid of flying, never thought she'd come to America. She's coming, and she only let you guys adopt me because she thought you were good Catholic parents who were married. So she gets here and finds out that you've divorced.
And they're definitely not Catholic.
Yeah. I mean, Robert De Niro is a straight up, like, angry atheist.
Yeah.
But she's going to have a fit. So if there's some way you guys could pretend like you're still married and Susan Sarandon could, like, hit the bricks for a while.
Just pretend to be married for the weekend. What's the big deal?
Where would you like me to start? Sweetie, there's just one little part that I'm stuck on. If those 2 are still married, then what does that make me?
My concubine?
Yeah, this is going to go great.
At that point, Leon and I both go, oh, fuck.
We did. Because up to that point.
Why am I annoyed by this description?
Well, yeah, we totally were. Because everything up to that point was just like, all right, well, it's kind of charming and most of the jokes are falling flat or whatever. But when they bring in that plot point, it's like, this is what we got to sit through.
Well, and when you watch the same story with The Birdcage, especially considering when it came out and the movie that's a remake of La Cage aux Folles,
right.
You're like, okay, considering the time and the scenario there makes a little bit more sense, even if it's a terrible decision. Here, you're like, well, these are largely supposed to be reasonable people that are all kind of liberal, and they're like, you go, fuck her.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah,
She'll come here and she can deal with it.
She shows up, she speaks no English. And she's
who shows up? I've even lost track.
The birth mother. The conservative birth mother.
She shows up with his hot sister, but she doesn't speak any English, and she looks down her nose at everybody. Everything they say, she's like going,
yeah,
just disapproving. And you just want somebody to go like, bitch, if you could have afforded to raise your own kid, maybe you could have a say here.
Exactly.
But for right now, sit down. Shut the fuck up and eat some cake.
And then go back to that hotel that you clean up every day.
Now, any ensemble comedy like this is forced to, by some union rule or something, have a myriad subplots for every single character. And that is honestly worse than the actual major plot here.
It's true.
There's a subplot with Topher Grace's character where he meets, his new soon-to-be sister, basically, that's coming from Colombia, and she is indeed hot, and turns out she's like immediately like, so are we gonna fuck or what? But the problem is for reasons the movie never bothers to explain at all, even though they say he's almost 30, he has chosen to stay a virgin.
Now, he's a doctor.
Yeah, all the nurses in the hospital are like, they've got a pool going on who's going to de-virginize him, because a super hot doctor guy, it's like never had sex. Why? Don't worry about that. But yeah, the moment this girl takes off her clothes and goes, we can do this or what? He's like, fuck virginity. Diane Keaton fucks all that shit up for him.
She does. She pulls like the mom cock block move of all time. And the rest, like the sister is giving him a hand job in a restaurant, and the mom sees it, goes like, hey, sweetheart, come here, let me talk to you. And just fills her head full of women's lib, and American women don't do this. And so next time he's like, hey,
wait a minute, what? American women don't give hand jobs?
That's pretty much what she tells her.
Not in my part of America, they don't.
Enough so after dinner, Topher Grace is like, hey, you want to go back to my room and finish what we're doing? She's like, no. And I talked to your mother, and she said that is wrong.
The rest of the movie is filled with just a running gag where he's trying to convince her that he can be romantic enough for her to put out, basically.
Okay,
which it's like, really, you've held out for this long, but that was your breaking point? Even worse and more meaningless to the story of this thing is Katherine Heigl, who...
Wait, can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
Now, you didn't see this, but early in the movie...
No, I didn't see this.
Early in the movie, she throws up. So what do you think happens?
I don't give a fuck. I have no clue what happens. She's pregnant?
Yes. Yes. And in a movie, anytime somebody coughs and goes,
they have cancer.
You okay? No, I'm fine. They're going to die.
Yeah.
If a woman throws up in a movie, she's pregnant.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. If a woman throws up in a movie, somebody else comes in to say, oh, what's wrong? You okay? Oh, you know what it is. You're pregnant.
Yeah, and here it's because her whole thing is she's traumatized because her boyfriend, who's the father of the baby, left her ostensibly because they thought she couldn't get pregnant.
Well, I guess her whole life she was told like, no, you can't have kids. So now she's pregnant, and her boyfriend or husband, I don't know, she kicked him out.
You know what? Can I just save y'all some time right now, because I think I speak for a lot of people where these people I don't give a fuck about.
No, not really.
Well, you don't, but at the same time you get like a few cameos by Robin Williams that kind of save it. Like he's pretty good whenever he.
And he's
comes
a priest in this?
Yeah, actually, he's at his best when he's interacting with Robert De Niro, who also gets some pretty good moments
exactly.
there. I like the whole thing. Like they don't really like each other, but they went through AA together, and they're both trying to stay on the wagon. De Niro having, of course, a significant amount of trouble in this new situation. And the moment his Susan Sarandon takes off, and well, fuck you, I'm not putting up with this. I'm just going to leave. And Diane Keaton's pretending to be his wife. He's like, screw it. Takes the liquor bottle off, starts smoking.
Jesus Christ, why do I not give a fuck about this film?
Well, you know what? You wouldn't. And at the same time, I never found myself hating it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
now, why is that?
Because, you know what? I don't know. There's even though it goes down those tropes, it's not like it's not written down. It's just written low. It's like it's going through a lot of things you've seen before. But I don't know. There's not gross out jokes in it. It wasn't pissing me off. And like I said, ever so often when you give up on it, there'd be some moment like, Robert De Niro and Katherine Heigl have a genuinely touching moment in it where he's talking to her about, because she's been mad at him all these years because he cheated on her mother and left and all, but they have a talk and it's like, you know what, that was actually nice. Or you'll get some moments like that. Now, it's interspersed with some ridiculous slapstick, or most of the scenes with Ben Barnes, I kind of hate it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a really important question about the story?
Yeah.
Really? Susan Sarandon or Diane Keaton? Which one?
Dude, that's
come on. Well,
I mean,
the movie makes the fatal mistake at one point of having Susan Sarandon go to Diane Keaton. He's like, you were always the better looking of us. And I was like, okay, stop the movie.
Well, we almost yelled bullshit.
Okay, this really is a movie then. This is some true fiction right here.
It's one of these things where, like, I don't know, man. I guess Diane Keaton just hasn't aged well.
She was gorgeous when she was young, but then she hit that wall running.
Her face was like a death mask, and they put so much Vaseline on the lens. Like, whenever you see her, you think you want to yell, "Focus!"
And also, let me ask you, how many turtlenecks was she wearing in this movie?
Almost entirely.
Yeah. Always in white pants.
Whereas Sarandon's always wearing like low cut dresses, and you're like, man, I guess she's like almost 60, but I'm
it is so funny. Diane Keaton, you don't ever see anything past her chin,
right?
But Susan Sarandon is still showing them titties off.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like. Yeah, I'm mad at you, Dad, because you left Mom for her. Well, all right, I guess I can see it.
I was actually kind of surprised as well, just that De Niro looks like he's actually getting back in shape.
I know, yeah.
It's like
he has a scene where he's got his shirt off, he's doing push-ups, and you're like, damn, he's like Travis Bickle again.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
I was like, wow, because the last time I saw him, like in a sequence, without a shirt, he had a big old gut on him. But now, like, wow, all right, I guess he's like, well, shit, I don't want to die like everybody else I know.
Right.
There's too many black women out there to gotta have sex with. I mean, he does have a thing for black women, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely he does.
Yeah, we're not going to put him in that movie. We're going to get Jungle Fever 2013.
It's kind of passe now.
I guess so. I guess
who cares anymore, really?
I mean, as I said, I don't want to. It's 2 a.m. I don't want to waste your guys' time. Nobody. Really. This movie has been. It's been brought in under the radar.
Exactly. And to have the cast it has, I'm surprised at how this had
There's
no
hardly
marketing.
been any marketing for this.
No, I've never seen a single trailer for this. And we see lots of trailers.
I saw one.
Did you actually see one?
Did?
I saw one. You want to know how I saw it?
How?
I went to a website, and that website had it autoplay. And the only reason why I watched it is because I couldn't find the close button to shut it down. That's the only reason why I watched this stupid trailer.
I told you to stay off spill.com.
Was it a wedding website? This is marketed largely for an older crowd who like
Avon that day.
The older crowd who likes those familiar jokes, but they also don't want to get the gross out humor. I mean, at its grossest is the insinuation that Topher Grace is getting a hand job under the table. But that's like vaudeville slapstick almost, really. There's moments here that are fun. There's some stuff between the characters that actually smacks of like being kind of touching and true, but mostly it falls flat because it's just not trying real hard. It's falling back on so many old tropes that as, a jaded audience like us, as a younger audience, so young-ish anyway, Leon was there.
I didn't say it this time.
You're not even that much older than me. Oh wait, can you edit that part out? Overall, it's just so inoffensive. Even Katherine Heigl didn't really piss me off. Hell, Diane Keaton pissed me off more than Katherine Heigl did. She fucking cock-blocked Topher Grace. I'd be like, fuck you, Mom.
Yeah, especially with some revelations that come out later. It's like, wow, are you for real?
Yeah. But, all that being said, this is a rental. It's a rental you watch with your mom.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I was going to give it a rental also. It's something, your mom comes into town and wants to go see something. You take her to see it.
You say, fuck you, Mom.
Yeah. Just go, oh, Mom, isn't this a good time for you to go to the bathroom right before the hand job scene?
Yeah. It's it's in the veins of those movies like, I want to say As Good as It Gets, but not that.
No.
But, it's a much lesser version of those where you have older people who are having sex or having a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
But it's mostly safe.
Like that one with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton.
That's the one I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, I forget the name of it.
I know,
right now,
me too.
But anyway, that's our review.
Yeah.
So what'd you give?
I said a rental.
Yeah, I gave it a rental also.
Oh, you gave it a rental also?
You are tired.
Man, y'all telling me about a movie I can give a shit less about.
Clearly since you couldn't be bothered to go see it.
I'm trying to rush out through this shit. From the very beginning, what's the rating for this?
We're like, well, we can record it later this weekend, Corey, and give you a chance to see it. You like,
nobody give a damn about this. Give a rating. We should have started this out with rental. Good night, y'all.
The moment something says wedding, Corey kind of tunes out.
Yeah, it's just all static.
Yeah. The review of this should have been, hello, Susan Sarandon's titties, rental, good night. That's about it.
Was an ending. Is it on you? Yes. Are you serious?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Done.
Jesus.
Damn.
Wow, we had a big... Leon, I had to leave this in the recording. Leon is so happy because he killed... I like the way... Leon, I got to tell y'all something. Leon killed a roach with his feet, and he's washing his hands.
Well, because he brushed... Yeah, he brushed it off him. It was climbing on him.
Jesus, man, that was my roommate.
In the ghetto.
Thanks, man. You just cost me $300 now. I'm going to get next month's rent.
Well, no.
You know why I've stayed away from you for all these years? Because I'm your daughter. Jared got mom's traits, and I won the lottery with all of yours.
You were in love with Don Griffin from the first time I introduced you.
Well, then why don't you just run me over with your car or something?
You were my best friend.
That's what I like about you. That's what I like about you.
It must be very comforting to know that not everybody hates you. Keep up!
Would somebody just please punch me in the face again?